folks. I would like to welcome you to online public speaking. I just want to go over some material. I'll try not to make this video too long, but I want to make sure you're on the right track to get started. So first of all, I'm glad that you're taking this class this summer. Public speaking is really crucial for college students or for everybody, so I'm glad that you're taking it, and I will try to make it as painless as possible. This is a 10-week course, but we still have to do the same amount of material as the 16-week version, so it's going to move pretty fast. You need to stay on top of things. I've kind of switched the speeches around to put the harder ones later and give you more time to kind of work up to that, but it's still going to move fast, so you need to log in frequently and stay on top of things. You have speeches due 5 times, June 3rd, 17th, July 1st, 15th, and 29th, and you'll see there's, descriptions of all of those will be in the assignments tab and all of that kind of stuff. But these dates are very firm. You need to have your video uploaded and your outline emailed to me by that deadline, because I then have to grade them, and it takes a while to watch all the videos and work through them and really give you good feedback, and you need to be able to get that feedback before you work on the next speech. So you really must stick to the deadlines, okay? I'm asking you to do a really short one this week, and it's just record yourself. It can be like this, just saying, hi, my name is Leslie Klein, and my process speech is going to be how to write a speech, something like that. Short, 30 seconds, doesn't matter. But I want you to upload it to YouTube with the instructions you'll see in the course shell so that I know you know how you're going to record and upload. You don't have to have an audience for this one, but you do need to upload it so that I can see your topic, see you know how you're going to record. All right, so a little bit of information about how to do these videos. You must have an audience for your speech of at least 5 adults. If you can't do that, you can't take this class online. And I've sent out a couple emails. Some of you saw them, some of you probably didn't. But if you cannot gather an audience of 5 adults 5 times and record your speech live in front of them, talking to them, then you can't do this class online. You need to switch to the hybrid one where we do the speeches in a classroom. You have to talk to the people in the room, not the camera, okay? What you see me doing right now, your speech videos should not look like this, okay? They should look like you in the frame, most of you in the distance where I can see all of you, or as much as possible, while you speak, and I see you talking to the people in the room with you, not the camera. Public speaking is about interacting with the humans in the same space as you. So you do not talk to the camera. Set it up like you were in a classroom as much as possible. A little makeshift podium if you've got a counter where you can put your notes and put your audience over here. And when you do your video, say, this is my audience and me, and you do your speech and you go back through and say, and there they are. I need to know that they are sitting there watching you live in one continuous shot. You can't stop and start. It's got to be all one thing where I see you're talking to a group of people who are in the room with you. Somebody always tries to record their audience and then stop the video, lets the audience leave, does it all by themselves like they're talking to somebody, and then thinks, I'm not going to know the difference. Don't do that. Let me see as much of you as possible. Keep the camera on you while you're speaking. I'm interested in what you're doing. Are you making eye contact? Are you interacting with your audience? I don't really care to see your demonstration in detail. I don't need to see what your audience is doing while you're speaking. I need to see you. Don't sit. Don't make your speech a question and answer session until after your speech is over. You can certainly answer questions, but sometimes people have a 5-minute speech and they'll speak for like 2 minutes and then they'll start talking to their audience. Well, that's not prepared speech time. That's just questions. Okay? Please eliminate distractions. I have seen videos where there are kids running and screaming around the room while the person's talking. Or their grandpa's in the corner watching TV with the volume up while they're trying to record. Or people aren't paying attention, or they're laughing at them and, picking on them, or talking, or it's really loud. Somebody once had a police scanner going in the background the entire time. That is not an appropriate environment for you to be able to focus, for your audience to be able to focus, and it drives me nuts. Children are fine. I don't care if kids are sitting there as long as they are quiet and not distracting you, or dogs running around or whatever. The best rule of thumb is you need to make it as much as it would be like in a classroom as possible. If you couldn't do it in a classroom, you shouldn't do it in your video, okay? So that's why I say you don't want to stop and start. You know, if you do a recipe for your processed speech, you can't stop it and then come back 30 minutes later after they've baked and pull them out, because you couldn't do that in class. It needs to be one continuous video of a 3 to 5 minute speech with your audience on either end. Check your video before you upload it. Make sure the sound is good. I had a real problem in the spring with people. I really don't know if it was that they were super quiet or the microphone on, you know, what they were recording with wasn't good, but I would have to turn it up all the way and be like, I think I know what they're saying. So just make sure everything works properly, the sound is good, it's coordinated and everything before you upload it. You will need to watch it to write your journal entry anyway, so you can kind of kill two birds with one stone. And finally, do not wait till the last minute to upload. Sometimes these things take 10 minutes, sometimes they take 2 hours, you know, to put them up on YouTube. So don't wait till the last minute. A video that doesn't work, or that I can't open, or I can't hear is the same thing as not submitting at all. It doesn't do anybody any good, okay? So just make sure you do it enough ahead of time so if something goes wrong, you can redo it and not get a 0 on that speech. In addition to your speeches, with your online work, log in frequently, keep up with your discussion boards, quizzes, other work. You won't have regular homework each week where you have to like answer questions about a reading or something, but you do need to keep up with the readings and any other assignments as we go, the main ones being discussion board. You have to log in every week multiple times. If you don't log in for 2 weeks or don't do any work for 2 weeks, Southside policy is that you have to be dropped from the class. That's not my policy, that's the school's policy. So make sure you're logging in and doing work. And if something comes up and is preventing you, don't wait 3 weeks later and then try to tell me after I've already dropped you. I need to know what's going on. In case you hadn't heard already, there is no textbook for this class. You will have free online readings each week in the modules. I have them saved as either Adobe PDF or a Word document, so you can open it one way or the other and do the reading for that week. Print the schedule and follow it closely. It tells you exactly when things are due every point of the week, so just make sure you are keeping on to, okay, this is Monday, this is Wednesday, this is Friday, whatever. Okay, a little bit about the process speech, which is your first graded speech. It's a demonstration speech. You're going to teach us how to do something, how to change a diaper, how to pitch a slider, how to make fudge brownies, you know, whatever. Something that you know how to do well and are comfortable with. If you want to demonstrate the task and it's something you can demonstrate, if you do it yourself, make sure you're still making eye contact with your audience. If it's something you can get somebody to help you with, that's great, but just make sure you help prepare them ahead of time. All you need to turn in, along with uploading your video, is a typed list of your steps. Step 1, open the brownie mix. Step 2, dump it in a bowl, whatever it is, and that you can email to me. If you have any questions about that, you know, read through the description. But any questions, you can put them in the questions forum of the discussion board if you think it's something everybody would want to know, or you can email me directly if it's something just about you. Okay. A little bit about the discussion boards. There will be at least one every week, sometimes 2, because we are trying to move fast. Make sure you do the readings that connect to that discussion board before you start it. And by Wednesday, you need to put your answer to the question, your thread that responds to the prompt, by Wednesday night at midnight. And then you have until Sunday to read what everybody else posted and do 2 things. 1, respond to at least 2 of your classmates. You can certainly do more if you want. And 2, respond to anything that was said to you. So like if I've put a question on your post, or somebody else in class has said something about what you posted, you need to respond to that, okay? It's really important that we don't wait until Saturday or Sunday to get started on this. Everybody needs to do their post by Wednesday, so there's stuff for everybody to read and discuss and get engaged in, okay? I will grade them on accuracy, content, explanation, support. If you follow the timeline, if you do all the responses, there's a little rubric that's attached to each one. And then there's also a copy of the rubric in the assignments area that shows you exactly the categories I'm grading on and what's good work, what's excellent work, and what's below average for that. Okay, I think that's enough to get you started. Do not hesitate to ask me any questions after you've gone through the syllabus and all the course materials. I'm happy to help. If you run into problems, just let me know. That's what I'm here for. I know online classes can be intimidating, especially if you haven't worked with Blackboard before. I just started an online graduate program on Monday, and it's a different learning system than Blackboard, and it's not as well organized as Blackboard. And I'm still going, okay, so this is here, and this is what this is, and trying to figure out what everything is. Do your best to figure it out. And then if you can't figure it out, let me know, and I will help. I'd rather you ask me, 10 questions and do something correctly than be afraid to ask and then not do it right, okay? I'm happy to do an online question and answer session, like in the Collaborate room in Blackboard, where you can actually log in and talk to me and I can talk to you. It wouldn't be video, but we could hear each other. I'm happy to do that if there's interest as a class in the next week or so, just to answer questions and clarify things. And I may do them over, a couple times over the semester just to go over really important material or something. So if you're interested in doing one of those this week or next, just to kind of ask questions about the class in general, let me know, and I'll be happy to set that up. I'm really glad you're taking the class, and all I ask is that you just stay on top of things and let me know if you need help. This class usually loses a few people because they think that, oh, I'll be fine getting my audiences, and then they can't get their stuff together to record their speech. And if you miss more than one speech, you have to be dropped from the class, because that's what this class is about, So if you really think you're not going to be able to gather your audience and record, then just go ahead and switch to the hybrid one. All the work is still online. We just meet 5 times on Friday mornings this summer to give speeches and do a little bit of discussion. But, if you start running into problems, it's always better to contact me when they start rather than when it's gotten out of hand, okay? So I'm here if you need me. I'm looking forward to seeing all your beautiful faces this week when you send or upload your topic video. Remember, really short, no audience, low pressure. And looking forward to seeing your speeches after next week. All right. Welcome to class.